You are listening to the Delay and Pray podcast, episode number 158.
Welcome to the Delay and Pray podcast, where certified Catholic and weight loss coach Beth Bubick teaches you how to permanently lose weight through spiritual fasting. Get ready to gain faith and lose weight through a joyful transformation of both body and soul. Now, your host, Beth, the Catholic fasting coach.
Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast and happy Thanksgiving, everyone. One of my favorite holidays, and I'm sure most people just love Thanksgiving. Well, what is there not to love? So today I am here with my dear friend and operations manager, Christine. Christine's not only helping me build this mission, but she is living it, and we're living it together. It's not easy, but I've lost a ton of weight, and she's lost 50 pounds through the Delay and Pray method so far and has learned to feast and fast in freedom. Just like myself, we are not perfect. We don't espouse to be perfect. We just try as best as we can to live a life on an eat, fast, feast schedule and to do it for Christ. So we hope you come along with us. We hope you have a wonderful day. And we are going to just talk about practical tips, but we really are going to lean in on the spiritual method of Delay and Pray. We are going to lean into the pray part of Delay and Pray because we know that the pray part, that's certain, and our brain loves certainty. We're definitely going to give you some practical tips for today, but we want you to be a prayerful, thankful person today. And that's what we're going to strive to be. Yeah, so here we go. Welcome, Christine. How's it going?
Thanks, Beth. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I'm so grateful to be here on this special day.
Oh, so cool. I'm so glad you are here. And we're just going to have a quick conversation about Thanksgiving today. And I'm really excited because we've had a few Thanksgivings now, with the Delay and Pray method. And you and I, we're doing pretty well with this. So maybe we can give some tips out today and how to really enjoy this day kind of centered on Christ and the Eucharist.
Yes, I had the opportunity to go to adoration this morning, Thanksgiving Day. It's so amazing to actually be in front of the Lord on special days and have that one-on-one time with Him and be thankful for all the amazing blessings that I have at this time in my life.
I think that is actually the key. I started going to Thanksgiving Mass on that morning a few years ago, and it really does start out the day just beautifully. Now, if you're traveling or if something's happening and you can't make it, that's okay. That's okay. No worries. Go tomorrow on Black Friday. Go on Saturday. I mean, just hit Mass or adoration sometime this weekend and just really ruminate and center yourself on everything that you're thankful for, because I think that is the key. And I think the Eucharist is number one. Jesus Christ in the Blessed Sacrament, in adoration, and in the Eucharist, that is true Thanksgiving, because the very word Eucharist does mean Thanksgiving, Christine. And every time we go to Mass, we are saying, thank you, Lord. I mean, we thank Him for what we've received 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We do come to worship Him and unite our lives with the sacrifice of Christ. And that's actually what we're doing today. That is the real feast before the feast. It's Him.
Definitely. There's been other Thanksgivings where I have attended Mass on that day, and even we have a community Thanksgiving celebration on Wednesday evening, the day before Thanksgiving. So yeah, it's such a blessing to come together with families and friends and community and thank the Lord for everything He's given us.
I love that. And you know what's really funny that I think of often? So I have a huge family. 7 brothers and sisters. A lot of us are here in town. A lot of us get together on this day. We are separating a little bit because our families are growing. And so it's changing. And I'm okay with that. I'm emotionally balanced now through the model. So I can kind of deal with change a lot easier because I have the Delay and Pray thought model, and I can actually put it through the model and understand that Christ is the center and He moves me as He wills. And I'm okay with that. So it's funny, even though I have a large family, it's so interesting to think of never being alone. Like if something happened to my family and I was alone, I would never be alone because I would have my church. I would literally go to church and I would literally find church friends to commune with on that day. So what's so beautiful about being part of a Catholic community or even a Christian community is that you do have friends. You can reach out. You can be with somebody today. You don't have to be alone. And so that is really super beautiful. Well, you know what? G.K. Chesterton has a really cool quote that I really like. And it says that thanks is the highest form of thought. And that's why we really need to be thankful today for exactly what we have. We have to accept our circumstance of this day and just, be thankful. And it's really funny because he joked that the worst moment for an atheist is when he's thankful because then he realizes he has no one to thank, right? If you don't believe in God, who do you thank, in the end? So anyway, we're not atheists. We're Catholics. We know who to thank. We know where to thank him. We're invited to the feast of all feasts in the Catholic Church at the altar. And this is no ordinary dinner penciled into a calendar or anything like that. This is the Eucharist and it's life-saving. It has eternal consequences. And I think we need to think about that. So I like to have an image. I like to think about like a faucet. And when we are in delay and pray on an eat, fast, feast schedule, we are trying to turn off the faucet of sugar, flour, and alcohol. We're trying to turn that faucet of insulin off so that we give our body a chance to detach from those things that make us hungry all the time. And we know the biology and the neurology all about that. But it's interesting because we can't do that on our own. And you and I have discovered that, Christine. We can't turn that faucet off only by our own hands. We have to have Jesus, angels, saints. We have to have scripture. We have to have the heavenly realm help us turn that off. And then when we go to turn it on feast days, we just want to drip it. We don't want to turn it on full strength like usual. That's binging. We just want to turn it on a little bit. And that also is going to require heavenly strength to do that.
Definitely. I learned through delay and pray to take my focus off the food. And last Thanksgiving, I drank a bunch of water. I ate in moderation and had very little, almost no sweets. And I noticed that I was a lot more present with my family, paying attention to what other people needed and having great conversation with everybody, going for a walk after with a couple of my family members and having a chance to converse with them and just really find out how everyone was doing. And I've learned a lot, from working with Delay and Pray because I don't have to enter into any family drama. I can go with the flow.
I love that. So she said, I don't have to. You can choose your thoughts, everyone. You can choose to accept all your family members today. You can literally talk to whoever you want. If they rub you the wrong way, if they're loud, if they're too quiet, if they don't talk, if they talk too much, whatever, if it's political, if it's whatever it is, you can literally choose to say, I accept this person and love this person exactly where they're at. And I can just listen to them and we don't have to get in an argument. We don't have to talk about anything that is acrimonious. We can literally today be friends. And I get to choose that. And I think that is the key to Thanksgiving. That's where you turn on the just very little dripping of sugar, flour, and alcohol. And we're going to talk about that. But you really turn on the faucet of love and miracles. That's what you do. And so that's how I work too. When I'm talking to people, I'm actually praying for them and asking the Lord to bless each one. Bless each person that I talk to today. Help me to talk to everyone today. Help me to drive away from this event knowing that I tried to talk and connect with every single person, and I hope I made them feel good. That's what Mother Teresa used to say.
Yeah, that's amazing. Usually our celebrations can be kind of small, but there's always an opportunity to accept everyone where they're at, whether they're feeling like they just want to watch the game on TV, or if they want to come and go for a walk, or if they want to play a game, and just be able to interact with everybody just like however they really want to act that day.
Yeah, I think that's very Christ-centered, actually. I love that. And then what's so funny is when we're doing this is how I feel. So when I'm emotionally balanced and I'm with my family and just letting them be who they want to be, then I don't have the need to overeat or overdrink. I just don't, because it's like, everything seems to be balanced. Everything seems to be just going the way it should go because Christ is in charge.
I notice when I do overeat, the food is very distracting. And often I find I'm not really paying attention to the people around me. I'm more thinking about the food. So by kind of curbing that definitely makes it a lot easier to just be paying attention to other people.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, let's stay on the spiritual for just a little bit, and then we'll get into the practical, food items that we're going to eat today. But you are a third order Carmelite, and as I've gotten to know you, you're a very, very prayerful person. And so I admire that, and I aspire to be as prayerful as you are, Christine. So that is one of my goals in life. And one of the things that's really important to me, and I know it's important to you too, are the holy souls in purgatory. And November is about praying for the holy souls. It's about asking for their intercession. I do that every day. And wouldn't Thanksgiving be a great time to ask the holy souls to pray for you and everyone in your family to have a beautiful day that is centered around Thanksgiving to Jesus Christ? Like, think about the miracles, those holy souls, by their intercession to Jesus, and by, our intercession also from the Blessed Mother and the saints, that they could actually turn on those faucets of miracles that day by actually just praying to the holy souls and just thinking of all these spiritual things, your guardian angel, Saint Michael the Archangel, that are actually around you that very day.
Definitely. Last year was the first Thanksgiving without my dad. We did later in the day go over to the cemetery and visit the cemetery and pray there as a family. So yeah, that was really amazing.
Oh, that is so, so cool. Well, I know for me, this year is going to be small. I usually get together with like 3 or 4 families that are my brothers and sisters. And this year it changed. We're traveling and we're at my daughter's house and it's smaller. And so, I'm okay with that. I'm going to miss my brothers and sisters. I actually am going to miss, I think it's a neural pathway of how it's always been, Christine. It's like we've always had these huge family gatherings and I can kind of see the light. I think those big family gatherings, because we're all getting so big, I think they're going to come to a slow end. Okay. And so we're going to go on to something bigger and better as far as just with our own little families. And then we'll get together at different times. And life just changes like that. So I always love to say all the names of my brothers and sisters because I don't know, people get a kick out of it. So let me chant to you or tell you the list of my brothers and sisters because it's really fun. So I'm the youngest. So we have Terry, Kathy, Babsy, Larry, Bobby, Julie, Carolyn, and Beth. Those are my 7 brothers and sisters and me at the end. Love them all, friends with all of them. And let me tell you, we have now over 100 grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and great-great-grandchildren lumped together. And that is just from our family alone. And so when we get together, it's really fun, but it's really huge. And so it's just something that we have started to, just on the actual holiday itself, I think we're more separate than we are together. And that's just starting. It's kind of started last year and it's actually moving in that direction. But I'm okay with that. It's not like we're not going to talk to each other anymore, but it's just that things are changing and we're getting older. And yeah, it's going to be okay. So I've put it through the model. I have been coached on it and I accept it and I love them all the more. So yeah, smallness is not necessarily bad. It's actually focused and beautiful and the Lord will work it out. You agree?
Yes, definitely. My siblings are spread throughout the whole U.S., so our gatherings are usually quite small. One nice thing about a smaller gathering is there's more opportunity to have one-on-one conversations. I know when we do all get together, because we're an Italian family, I also have a bigger family. There's 6 of us living right now, that it can be kind of loud and everyone talking over each other and everything, because that's what we were used to, I guess, growing up. So they're smaller now and smaller is good too. So just finding the gratitude in whatever size celebration that you have the opportunity to be a part of.
Oh, I love that too. It's just accepting where you're at, accepting everyone, and accepting what God gives us, right? It's the truth. All right, so let's talk about eating and celebrating with natural food today. Oh, did you hear what I said? Natural food today. How do we fill our plates with good food today, everybody? I'm talking about favorites, right? So I stick with protein and fat because you know how much I love butter. So a few carbs, of course, and just a little alcohol. And so that's how I do it. I will tell you that the menu's a little different today. Instead of sausage, we're going to have a tenderloin, and my son-in-law makes a wonderful tenderloin. My husband smoked a couple turkeys, so that's going to be new this year. Some smoked turkey and a tenderloin. Of course, mashed potatoes. My daughter is an amazing cook, so she'll be making that. Green beans, salad, maybe a glass of wine, and then a tiny homemade dessert. Who knows what people are bringing. So, I mean, that's going to be it. And, then I'm going to head out for a brisk walk with probably my grandkids for sure. That stroller, I love it. I'll stroll them around. They're tiny, like just a little over 2, and I believe just a few months old is Gracie. So I'm planning out my eating. I'm planning out my moving after that big meal as well. And then fill the afternoon with games. So I love games. I love cards. And we are actually starting a new tradition this Thanksgiving. It may be a little tough, but I think it's going to be amazing, and I'm all in.
This year, I made myself pie without crust using your recipe.
Yay!
I'll have that a little bit later today. I'm excited to have that. My mom would make a pumpkin pie just for me. I decided this year I don't need to be eating a whole pumpkin pie. So,
have you had a whole pumpkin pie in the past?
Last year, I think I just had one piece, or maybe 2 pieces. I might have had one the next day. But this year, I'm going to go with the crustless and sugarless pumpkin pie recipe. And I'm just going to make a little one. So it'll just be half or a quarter of the recipe. So yeah, I'm excited to try that. I have that planned for a little bit later.
So I'm always evolving my recipes, and I know you are too, Christine. And my pumpkin pie, because I'm into allulose lately, because it's kind of like it substitutes one-on-one for sugar, and it is actually a little bit of a GLP-1. It's kind of makes you a little full, and so it kind of does a double punch there. So now I love the allulose because I don't like sweet things. Now my husband's like, that is not sweet at all. And Christine, you're like, that is not sweet at all. You do not like allulose. But I make the pumpkin pie now with heavy whipping cream. And then I make it with half allulose and half swerve brown sugar. And that makes it extremely low glycemic. And I put it in a cup with real whipping cream with allulose. Again, when you put it next to a real pumpkin pie with crust, of course it's going to lose out. But guess what? I am not depriving myself of a good life because of sugar. See, that's my thought. Instead of, oh, I'm so deprived, I can't have sugar, I say, thank you, Jesus, for allulose. Thank you, Jesus, for, a little bit of kind of like what would you call that, artificial sweetener. I don't have that very much, but during the holidays, I'll have that and it'll suffice for me. It's like I am not depriving myself of a great life just because of sugar, flour, and alcohol. So, and the other thing I'm going to have, I must tell you, is my daughter makes the best sourdough bread. So, of course, I'm going to have a little piece with about a stick of butter on it. Everybody makes fun of me. I love butter. And I'm going to slather that thing with so much butter. I might just take a picture for everybody. So that's going to be my deal.
Sounds really good. I did make my pumpkin pie with allulose with a bit of monk fruit.
And what'd you think of that?
Yeah, I like that better.
That's big nowadays. Monk fruit is big nowadays. In fact, I was just at our tiny little lake grocery store and they have these pretzels made with monk fruit. In other words, there's Hawaiian ones and there's like sweet buffalo chicken ones, like pretzels. And I noticed the advertisement is made with monk fruit.
Nice. It's a good substitute.
Oh, that's cool too.
Sweeter taste.
Okay. Yeah.
So be careful not to overindulge.
Right. And so that is, I'm not into as sweet as much. So everybody, it's the great experiment. That's what we say in Delay and Pray. You got to figure out what you love, what you like, all of that stuff. Now, I used to be a green bean casserole lady. Like I'm talking about like green bean casserole had to, this is like cream of mushroom soup, canned beans. I mean, just, the whole schmear, right? And I ate a lot of it with the onions on top, the really processed onions. And if you love that, have at it. But I've gotten away from that. I don't even care about that anymore. And I'm way more into fresh green beans, and I saute them with bacon. And I actually have some yummy spices and then, roasted almonds and just, green beans are amazing. So yeah. And of course, a salad, big salad, a yummy, some kind of a fall salad. So yeah, all of that together is going to have me Christ-centered, really thinking about playing with the kids, really thinking about others. I will pray for you, Christine, and I will always be thankful that you joined me in this crazy business and that you're still here. Thank you, God.
Last year, I remember I noticed that I didn't get a headache. So by eating in moderation, keeping my sugar lower, I didn't get a headache like usual. Usually probably because I didn't drink enough water, because I was eating so much, and getting so full, and all this, it's rich food at Thanksgiving. So eating in moderation definitely helped me feel better physically as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And then what about the next day? So then you do this and you go for a walk, or, you get out into nature and you thank God for the beautiful trees and beautiful friends, and you're just out there, even if it's snowing or raining or whatever, still get out there with an umbrella. Who cares? And then the next day you wake up, and what I have planned, because I'll be at my daughter's starting today and pretty much throughout the whole weekend, I've planned a frittata. And my recipe out there is delicious, but I have found a really more delicious cheat, and that is adding ricotta to the frittata. Okay. So I think what we're learning is the whole process, if you're going to be really practical about your food, is to choose really good natural food as, the least processed food you can put in your body is best. Eat in meals. Don't graze all day, but just if you want to have 2-3 meals, that's fine. Just have 2-3 small meals. It's awesome. That'll help you a lot. Move after each meal. That's going to help. Really connect with people, connect with your family, connect with your friends, play, have a great, great time away from the food. Go to Mass and really thank God for every single person. Literally think of Jesus every time you're talking to every person and just thank him for that person silently. And then really think about consuming a little bit more protein, fat, and vegetables and less sugar, flour, and alcohol. Think about the faucet, and really you're trying to limit the amount of insulin that your body is actually going to make. You're limiting that by limiting the sugar, flour, and alcohol. And when you wake up the next day, you'll be so thankful to Jesus, so proud of yourself, and you will have had a better time. Right, Christine? You agree?
For sure. Yep. And thinking about the order in which you eat your food, starting with the salad and then the protein and then a little bit of carbs and the sugar at the end is also going to help with insulin.
Yes. Thank you for mentioning that. Absolutely.
And also have a plan for the next day.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to eat on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? So if you're traveling, I think it's a little bit harder to plan, but if you're at your own home, or you can just come up with some ideas or plan ahead and have some food along with you so that you can continue fasting.
Absolutely. Remember, feasting isn't binging. So just feast moderately, and you'll wake up the next day and you'll be so much better, because it's really not about perfection. It's about presence and it's about balance. And, the Lord is really inviting us to wholeness and to gratitude and to joy. So let's stop the excuses. Let's plan it out and get to the feast. And don't forget the feast before the feast. That's really, really important. So if you can, try to change your Thanksgiving by getting to the feast before the feast. All right. Well, that's the heart of it today, Thanksgiving Day. My friends, give thanks for your freedom, your family, your faith. Write it down. Give thanks for everything, but most of all for the Eucharist, because this is the true Thanksgiving meal that never ends. And we must be Christ-centered. We must kind of revolve ourselves around the Eucharist. And if you're ready to live this out beyond today, to keep your peace, your plan, your health through all the festivities, we've created something special for you if you don't have it already. And that's the Catholic Fasting Coach Holiday Eating Guide. Still available. It's on the CatholicFastingCoach.com. You can get it there. And on there, you can also get on the wait list for the next Delay and Pray group coaching course. That experience is happening in January. Start the year off amazingly well. Have a Catholic coach, get some formation from Christine and the team, and come along with us for the first 10 weeks of next year and get on the wait list right now. Doors open in January, but you will love it. You'll learn how to feast well, move with purpose, and you can pray your way right through the season without falling into gluttony or guilt. And that's what we want. That's actually the mindset that you're looking for.
That sounds amazing, Beth. We would love to see everybody in January join us. Come and join the group. We have an amazing group of women who are learning how to delay and pray and fast. And we would love to have you join us.
Yes. Don't forget, turn off that sugar and turn on the miracles. It's all about spiritual fasting, and it's ordained by Christ. All right, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Let's start that feast with Jesus. I am ready. I am hungry. So here we go. See you next time. Bye-bye. If you are interested in learning more about spiritual fasting and permanent weight loss, then come join my course, Delay and Pray, a guided course for weight loss through spiritual fasting. You won't go through it alone either. I will be there to coach you every step of the way. This is a group coaching program where you are part of an amazing community of like-minded Catholics who have the same goal as you, to bring about miracles while losing that weight permanently through spiritual fasting. Your purchase includes an online course detailing what spiritual fasting is, how to do it, and all the tools you need to get you the results you're longing for. Head over to my website right now at thecatholicfastingcoach.com and get the details on how to join. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, and LinkedIn to always get the latest daily information to help you keep fasting, my friends. Can't wait to see you in there. May God bless you and keep you always.